Gail's Garden, Herbs, and More. Whew, I'm sorry. I've been weeding and pulling weeds and had someone help me yesterday. I'm thankful for that. But I still have had a lot to do and laying out the black plastic, and it looks so much better. But, there's so much more to go. Now, these right here aren't weeds. If you've been watching my videos, you know this is my lamb's quarters. But over on the other far end, the weeds are taken over there. So I'm just going to lay some more out along the fence here, and gradually I'll do a little bit more weeding here and there as I can. But that's just so, I can get through what I need without. These weeds are very vigorous. They want to take over. But I'm real excited. I've been pruning my tomato vine, and I want to get it going on here. And I've had lots of zucchini already, and just for me. And then I've got a yellow zucchini coming up over there that made it through the little chickens, killing it. So my delicata squash there. The in-ground is doing wonderful. Everywhere else, they're a little bit slower. Because I can't keep the moisture. When you're in the ground, you can keep the moisture easier. But I love my raised beds, but they are harder to keep it damp. And so my plants do much better in the ground. And when I get wherever I'm going, if it's not heaven, we won't need to garden in heaven, I guess. We might. I think we'll be here on the new earth, so I don't know how all that's going to work, but maybe just for the pleasure of it. I don't know, but it won't be the same. It won't be so hard. But until then, wherever I'm going to be from now on, I'm going to lay down black plastic. This is my second year for this in the middle here with the black plastic, and I didn't have any here when I went to put it back this year, so the weeds are coming in. And right where the weeds are coming in up there is a stretch where there was no black plastic. Well, it's not plastic, it's woven weed cloth. So, but I love this stuff. It really helps. Now, I pulled it back in the winter and laid down a little bit of fertilizer, really not much. Threw some chicken manure in there and things, but not very much, very lightly. Didn't do any digging or anything. I'm trying not to dig it, although I have to walk through there. I'm afraid it's going to get compacted, but I don't think I'm going to have to worry about it much longer. But I'm learning things here too. All through life we learn. I don't care, even though I'm an old lady. I still learn. So, and I have never used the weed cloth until last year. So I had a little bit, but really not. And that's just black plastic over there, which it degrades a lot quicker than your woven cloth does. It's just I had ran out and couldn't get any more, and I had some black plastic, so I laid it down. But the weeds still overtook over there. So I got some of them out. I'm trying to put it through so the weeds don't come up through the fence and I can handle them better. When they get up through that fence, I can't hardly get them out. So anyway, I've still got some tough ones. I can't pull that in the corner there. I'm going to have to dig it out with my hoe. Maybe do a little bit around there eventually. I'm going to go get a piece of, I got another piece, a different type of weed cloth. I may just lay down over this and then all the way down. So work. But, you got to keep on top of it or those weeds just take over. And I have been eating, like for breakfast this morning, I cut up, well, let me show you. I already ate it, but I won't show you that part. These are some of my sweet potato leaves. So I picked a few of those. Oh yeah, and I had some leftover zucchini in the fridge from my garden I was just showing you. And then, okay, I picked a leaf of my beets. I picked some kale. What else did I pick? Oh, I picked some basil. And then I had I picked a cucumber, but I didn't use it. Nice cucumber. Let's see. I don't know. But just whatever you've got available, you cut them up first. Oh, I took a potato and I cooked the potato and the zucchini, and then I added the chopped greens with some fresh garlic too, because I have my garlic I dried. I've got some of the heads that broke off with just the heads in a basket. So I probably won't get to my braided garlic for quite a while. But just, you know, I've been giving it away too. So, yeah, but you can mix about anything like that. It's wonderful. I had my greens. I had my potato, just one little potato and zucchini. It didn't take just a little bit of all of it. It adds up. And then I had some cooked bacon already, so I crumbled it in there with some eggs, cooked it all together, and I guess you call it a breakfast skillet, and it was really, really good. Oh, I want to show you one more thing. Now, this was bare because the chickens had got in there, so I just threw some of my seed that I grew last year, my black-eyed pea seed, and look down there. It's coming up. It came up fast. I'm so used to early in the spring, it just takes forever for anything to come up, but in this heat, the plants really, I just scattered it and threw it in there, a handful of it. Just said, well, if it comes up, it comes up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I was in a hurry. I just threw some out there, and it's all coming up. So maybe I'll get a few black-eyed peas if the bugs don't eat it all up. So, yeah. Okay, let me show this corner. I don't know what else I'm going to... Right now I'm watering. Okay, I put that back. I pulled it through the fence, pulled more weeds. I'm still working, trying to clean it up a little bit. And then I moved my pots back over here. I moved my other elder plant that's in a pot next to the elder that's in the ground, and moved my boysenberries here. They've got to get repotted, but if I go somewhere, I need to take them with me, so I don't want to repot them right now, but let me show you what else I did. Okay, down there in that vase, this is boysenberry canes, and I'm going to see if they will root. And then I can take those with me too. And these came up out of the ground when we had to clear that area. I'd had a bunch of boysenberries. I'd had them in the corner over there, but they died. I couldn't get to them for the weeds. And some of them had re-rooted into the ground here. Well, I had to pull them up in order to get all this cleaned. And this corner was horrible. If you've seen one of my earlier videos not too long ago, I showed you, I said, I don't know what I'm going to do with that corner. I've got to have help. So finally I did get some help. And, yeah, so what I did was just cut those and cut the canes and cut up a ways and leave just some leaves on the top. So I didn't feel like it was a total waste because this was a nice vine, but it was in the wrong spot. So, yeah, we'll see if I can get it to root. You know, I should have put some rooting hormone on there. I may do that yet. Right now I'm kind of tired. This battle of the weeds has kind of taken it out of me, but I've been working. But at the same time, I'm enjoying it. I had my Christian music on, and I was pulling weeds and laying tarp and trying to straighten the ground out a little bit and moving pots that were heavier than I could move, so I had to kind of roll them and walk them. And when you're just a little weak thing like me, you have to use your brain more because you don't have much muscle. So you find ways to move things the best you can without killing yourself. Usually. But even up here, the weeds, but not as, they're easier to take care of in containers. It's harder to keep it as damp as it needs to be, although this one I don't seem to have too much of a problem with. What is that? It's like, I think it's what you call a bindweed. It's actually a morning glory thing that chokes your plants out. How in the world that got up there? Well, we've had such a wind that it's blown all the weed seeds everywhere. No, it's this stuff. Oh, it's not chicory. It looks just like chicory, but it has red flowers. So I don't eat it. But it sure reminds me of chicory. But the little flowers are actually very pretty. But someone told me it was poisonous, so I don't know. I haven't really researched it. I just don't eat it. I enjoy it because it's pretty, but I have to keep it out of my plants. It doesn't belong in my plants. And the apricots are I have canned apricots. I have, froze apricots. And I have been drying apricots. And this is just a waste. And I've invited people over to pick, and nobody seems to have time to come pick apricots. Look back here. These trees never produce. It might get a handful of apricots, but this year they've gotten tall enough to reach the sun. And it is loaded. What am I going to do with them all? Here's the tree behind it, and then over here. And, oh, that one's an apricot too. I forgot. They're all loaded this year. The ones in the very front aren't that loaded, but they're huge, the big ones in the front. This is an apple tree. We didn't get too many apples. I have several. There's apple orchards here too. But, yeah, it is really amazing. The apricots, it's the first time we've had this many back here. It's just, what a blessing, but I can't use them all. Yeah, just really wild. Now I'm just standing here straight, not even lifting the camera up, because these bend way down almost to the ground. The branches are so full of apricots. So, I don't know, hopefully my daughter or someone gets over here to pick some. She just got a bunch of things going on, so I don't know if she will or not. I'll see. I know some other people might come get them. So we'll see what happens. I like to share. Why do the sunflowers always turn the direction that's away from where you can really see them? I have to go up here next to the greenhouse. You can't really see that too well. Let me show you my other ones. Okay, these I can see. They go all the way around. These are a different kind, and they're from the birds planted them from my sunflowers last year. And but that first one is more of a colored. When it fully opens, you'll be able to, if I can get the camera to it, you'll be able to see it's got a lot prettier colors, although that's pretty too. It's just a different kind of pretty. It's a different style. They're all so pretty. I love this time of year. Oh, and look what's below it. An echinacea. Now, I had this planted in there last year, and it came back. Last year, it was just too crowded out, and I had so many bell peppers in there, different types of peppers. It never really flowered. So this is its first year to flower. Your medicine is in the flower and the roots. There's a little bit in the leaves, but it's not very potent, but it's good for tea or something if you want. But the main medicine is in the flower and in the roots. The roots are actually good for rattlesnake bite or the venom of like your hobo spider or any of your spiders, anything like that. The root of the echinacea is really good too. And I found out what those little black bugs with the red dot are. They're a, what is it, Logus californicus or something. Apparently they're a California bug. And they do suck out juice, but they say if you don't get too infestated, they probably won't kill your plants. But I think they did. They were just covering the artichokes, and it did kill my artichokes. So, yeah, they can kill it too. So don't tell me they can't. I know better. But look there. There's a ladybug. But I don't think she could eat those. They're too big. They're not like eating an aphid, but at least ladybugs are eating the aphids. And then I've got these little leaf hoppers. So they suck your plants too. Come on, plants. I'm trying to make you healthy so the bugs will go somewhere else. I don't know if I showed you this area. I've been working on it too. I had part of it covered, but I covered over here, got weeds out here, and covered this part too. So, constant battle with the weeds, but like I said, you get to sweating, it's hard, you twist and turn your body in all different directions, and you use your muscles, and it's really good for you. But I think I'm going to go in the house and get something to drink. So I will catch you all later and have fun with your battle with the weeds. Put on some music and have fun with it. Bye.